For all those who enjoyed watching fired FBI Director Comey testify recently, we've got a sequel coming that's even better than the original. It's like Terminator 2 for congressional testimony. Trump himself said at a White House press conference that he's willing to testify in front of the Senate and answer questions from all the senators. So get your popcorn ready, kids. We may be going for round 2 in the epic testimony about the Russiagate investigation. Here's what the traitor-in-chief had to say for himself when asked about it.
Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of those events?
100%. I didn't say under oath. I hardly know the man. I'm not going to say, I want you to pledge allegiance. Who would do that? Who would ask a man to pledge allegiance under oath? I mean, think of it. I hardly know the man. It doesn't make sense. No, I didn't say that.
These comments were in response to calls from numerous senators that he testify in an open hearing, just like the FBI director that he fired had done. Republican Senator Susan Collins, who sits on the Intelligence Committee, and Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer, the top-ranking Democrat, have both called on Trump to testify under oath and answer questions relating to his firing of Comey and his collaboration with the Russians in the last election. Here's Senator Schumer on Face the Nation taking Trump up on his offer to testify in front of the Senate.
The president has said he would testify in front of the Senate. I assume you're all for that?
Well, I'd like to invite the president to testify before the Senate. I think we could work out a way that it could be dignified, public, with questions. This is such serious stuff, John. 17 intelligence agencies said the Russians did interfere in the past election, but if people think it's past us, they're preparing to interfere in all of our elections. That goes to the wellspring of the democracy. And this is serious stuff. We have the former director of the FBI under oath saying one thing, President Trump saying another. There's a cloud over the presidency.
Now, it's never good for a president when members of his own party are calling for him to testify about his high crimes and misdemeanors, but it's especially bad when a chorus of senators from both parties are calling on you to testify under oath. Yes, Mr. Trump, that spells the beginning of the end for you. But wait, there's more. When asked about how Trump's been doing regarding American leadership on the international stage, Republican Senator John McCain had some not very complimentary words to say in response to reporters' question about the message that Trump is sending to our international allies from the Oval Office. Senator McCain, said, "What do you think the message is?" "The message is that America doesn't want to lead," McCain said, while adding the rest of the world, "They're not sure of American leadership, whether it be in Siberia or whether it be in Antarctica." Asked if America's standing on the global stage was better under Barack Obama, McCain, a fervent critic of the previous administration's foreign policy, responded, "As far as American leadership is concerned, yes." Now remember, that's the guy who ran against Obama for president, saying all kinds of nasty things about him at the time. He's now saying that Obama is better than Trump. And it's not just Republican senators who are fed up about Trump's failure to comprehend the importance of international relations. Democrats in the Senate are tired of Trump's confederacy of dunces that he's installed into immensely important positions of power who are straight up lying to the Senate. Here's what the most senior member of the Senate, Patrick Leahy, had to say about Trump's top white supremacist Attorney General Jeff Sessions ducking his multiple scheduled appearances where he was supposed to testify. "Attorney General Sessions provided false testimony in response to questions from me and @Senator Franken about his contacts with Russian officials. Now, twice in 2 months, AG Sessions cancels an appropriations hearing in which I could question him about his false testimony and half-hearted Russia recusal. My message to Attorney General Sessions: appropriations and judiciary have oversight of DOJ. You need to testify before both in public. You can't run forever." Damn. The Senate is on full smackdown mode on Trump and his minions. And keep in mind that Sessions, who's the AG, used to be a senator. So these guys used to work together. You know, it's really nice in these times of great political polarization to see senators from both sides of the aisle holding Trump accountable and doing the things that will eventually lead to his impeachment. That's especially good news that there's bipartisan agreement in the Senate, because that's where Trump has to be removed from office. You see, the U.S. House impeaches the president, but the U.S. Senate is responsible for removing him from office. So now we'll see if some of these elder statesmen from both parties can beat some sense into their counterparts in the House and get that impeachment train rolling. I got a feeling that Trump testifying would help out an awful lot with that. I'm Ryan Clayton. This is Content News. Come back daily for the news where we're free